Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Couple things. I just found out that Christian preacher, Dr. Charles Stanley, somebody that I listened to a lot through the years back in the day, passed away. See you in heaven. Because I don't know him. I don't know about him. If any of y'all from the Atlanta area, y'all probably know more about him than I do. But I like what I saw, I think Charles Stanley, I learned a lot from him, in terms of biblical things, biblical situations. I learned from the Most High himself, but I listen to other people. People confirm things sometimes. And Charles Stanley was one of the ones, when I used to watch Christian TV and VCY here in Milwaukee, he was one of the ones that just didn't focus on money all the time. He addressed it sometimes. He didn't focus on it like that. That's kind of along the lines of what I want to talk about today. On YouTube, right now, we have a fair mix of sincere creators and grifters. And some of them, they get into this thing where they want to brag, but they really just glorify panhandlers because they sit around and they main reason for coming online is to get super chats and cash apps. They try to seem like they really care about the viewer, but if you listen to them closely, the same people, 1 minute they saying they care, the next minute they saying they don't give a S, they don't care. So what does that show you? That shows you that some people are in this thing for money. They're in this thing for money. And that's why I want to talk to y'all about that. That's going to be the central theme of what we talk about. We're going to be kind of all over the place on this video. So right now on the YouTube streets, you already know the main story is the racist comments of Just Pearly Things, who people were allowing into the manosphere. Even though they were trying to keep all the other women out, they were trying to allow her in, which is hypocritical, at the least. But we seeing some of the things we seeing going on. Like I said, you got some people that's exposing things. You got some people that's trying to be shock jocks and just trying to get views based on being shock jocks. You got other people that just flat out grifting. And you got some people that's grifting on the low. Which brings me to tell all of y'all, you got to get out of the matrix. You got to escape the matrix. And then you'll know when you're dealing with matrix people. Because everybody is saying that they not in the matrix. But very few are showing that they not. They doing certain things that you be like, man, this dude blue pill. Why are you doing that? And it's because YouTube is very entertaining. And it's very dramatic. So some of the stuff you see is just pure entertainment. Some of the stuff you see and hear is going to be useful to you in your life. But I would tell you, just kind of try to exercise discernment when you're dealing with these particular YouTube creators. Because a lot of people is on to it. Like some of them, they'll end their show if you're not giving them money. And listen, if you with them like that, you should support the show. I don't know, if they make 7 shows, are you going to support all 7 shows? Oh, you want me to support all 7 shows? Okay, I'll give you $3 a rip. I mean, you own all the time. You can't expect people to just, ain't nobody going to break themselves for you. But you got these guys that tell you, man, don't be paying any, don't be going out to dinner with these chicks, and don't be doing this, don't be doing that. And I get it. I do. But they don't say that about themselves, though. So in other words, you got a lot of people who they don't want you to look out, cake on the women, but they want you to cake on them. See, something is wrong with that, if you ask me. So you telling guys not to give women this, give women that. Okay, you got a point there. But will you say it about yourself? So you don't want nobody to go and take a woman out to dinner, $40 or whatever. But if they get you $40, you ain't got nothing to say. Sound like game to me. And I've heard this. Wait a minute, hold on. What's your? Man, my hair is. It's time for me to get a blowout. But that's what people do, though. They'll say, man, stop taking these chicks out, man, this, that, and the other. But then they'll make like 15 videos a day and then get mad at you if you don't support it. And I'm not talking about everybody, because some people you should support. But I think the ones who I'm talking about know who they are. They know who they are. Some dudes will come out flat out and be like, man, I'm a trick. I'll spend some money. Other dudes, they a trick on the sneak, but they don't want you to know it, because that goes against the persona that they display on their channels. Because ain't no alpha gonna trick on these females unless he like them. Then he might buy them something. But to me personally, I'm not, I can judge this. I'm not going to put names out there, but to me, it's only really a couple dudes that I see the true alphaism in it. It's a lot of dudes saying they alphas. One in particular, I know he ain't no alpha, because all I got to do is look at who he be around. No alpha is going to be around just pearly things, sir. That's just a fact. After what she said, I could see before, even to a certain extent, even before, it's hard to see a true alpha male being around her, especially a black one. You suspect, man. I'm going to tell you like this. Let's go here. What real alpha is going to just always be around white people and never around like Latinos, Asians? You got all type of people by you, but you only around white people. They not going to let you be an alpha. That's how I know you not alpha. Like a dude that's saying he alpha and he just around all white people. No disrespect to whites. I'm proving the point here. You're not around blacks. You're not around Latinos. You're not an alpha. Because a real alpha already know that he the boss. He don't have to just be around just this person. I'm telling you, it's a lot of things. We're going to be all over the place on this. But the main thing I want to talk about is beware of wolves in sheep clothing. It's a lot of wolves on YouTube. And y'all done propped some of them up, thinking they this way, and they really nothing like that. And YouTube has propped some of them up, pushing them through the algorithm, giving them the impressions. So now these guys think they better than other people. No, my friend, you get more impressions. YouTube gives you more exposure. It's not entirely and rarely that you just flat out a better creator than these other people. You just get the exposure. Either you know somebody or somebody likes you that controls this thing. It's not because you just better. It's not because you can out-talk people. All these dudes talking about they alpha, man, but every time we never see you around black people, man. So every black person is a thief? Every black person is not trustworthy? Man, stop it, man. Just stop it. Stop playing. And then you got the dudes that try to act like if you ain't got a cigar in your mouth. Now, I'm not going to sit and say that I would never smoke a cigar. But some dudes think that's masculinity. No, it's just you smoking a cigar. Sneeko, come on, man. Sneeko masculine dude. Sneeko an alpha. Listen, when you an alpha before you even know you an alpha. Ain't no way any point in my life I'ma sit and watch my girlfriend have sex with another man. Now, if it's just somebody we just tossing around, but even then I did that. I told y'all about when I was in college. I only did that sort of thing one time. I said, man, you know what? I didn't dog them because they did it. You know, it was my birthday. They did the thing. We just chose to do that. They call themselves looking out for me. But I never did that again. All these dudes, Polish sausage fest with one girl. Never again. It ain't that serious. But people look at him like he's some type of red pill dude. He didn't come against Pearly. Ain't this dude like mixed or something? He said nothing. He tried to act like he buddy with Nick. You gotta get it too, man. Fake alpha dude, fake red pill dude. A real alpha know how to treat women. He gonna treat them how they want to be treated. If they don't respect him, he ain't gonna beat them up, slap them all around. He just gonna get away from around them. Or he gonna demote their status, whatever it is. This girl was getting rocked by somebody else right in his face. You an alpha. If you an alpha, you gonna be an alpha before you even know you an alpha. I mean, ask the people that I know. When I came around, things changed. Like, even before I started doing the dirt in the street or whatever. When I came around, everything changed. If they was on dirt and I wasn't, they wasn't on dirt when I was around. As we got older, people was following my lead. When we 11, 12, that don't count. Even back then, some people was following my lead. But when you that young, if you see guys, beta males, try to exert themselves, but then as you get older and the alpha comes out of you, them beta males, they either try to be your friend or they don't come around. That's how it be. It's like when I stopped going around, I noticed that people that I wasn't cool with got cool with the people that I was cool with. Because when I was around, they had to kiss up or it was always something different. Because if I didn't like you, like, you could probably be cool with them, but you ain't gonna be in the mix like that. When I left from around, I noticed that a lot of dudes got in that mix that wasn't in the mix at first. And then when one of my main guys, when he passed away, I'm looking at the comments on Facebook, and I'm looking at, well, not Facebook, but, you know, all the comments and obituary, this, that, what people were saying. And to this day, what they say. Nobody has forgotten them. I'm looking at the people like, man, he ain't even like you. He must start hanging with you when I stop coming around. So that's what basically be happening. You got dudes, they know that if they claim to be an alpha male, then a lot of guys gonna try to follow their lead like they really is. Listen, I'm gonna tell you flat out, Sneeko ain't no alpha male. I don't care if he do go on Fresh and Fit. He ain't no alpha male. He be trying his hardest, man. And it's like, it's just something about him that just don't seem real to me. That's why I never really got into his content like that. But when this whole Pearly thing, all this stuff started happening, I saw him for what I already knew he was. Don't be surprised if you keep seeing him on videos with her. The only thing, I don't believe he'll go for that 70-30. I don't think he that wimpy. But he gonna do some work with her. Watch what I'm telling you. And Melanie King, I'm gonna talk about you later. I can see why dude left. See, women always try to play the victim and cry and this and that. But when all the details come out, listen, if you twerk today, you really wanted to twerk 5 years ago. See, the Bible even teach that what's in the person's heart, that's who they are. That's what's gonna come out. You twerking on guys, I see why he don't want to deal with you no more. Ain't no telling what she did. He probably caught her getting banged. She ain't gonna tell it. But we see her character. She want to talk about black women, another one, but then you making shows with that white woman that said she don't believe in reparations. Hey, Melanie, don't you got 2 daughters? She don't want your daughters to get that reparations check. But if we did that, if let's say white people was former slaves, if we did that, they'll be in an uproar. If we can't let them stop us from getting reparations. They're evil, they're this, they're that. They'll paint us so bad in the media. They already do. So you making videos with her, you lose credibility. You black and you dealing with her, you lose credibility. That says a lot about what you think about yourself and what you think about your parents. Some of y'all parents is up in age. Think of what they could do with a reparations check. But according to Pearly, they shouldn't get it. According to Pearly, all the oppression that does take place, all the lynching that did take place, oh man, it wasn't nothing. It's a myth. They're trying to make it worse than it was. And y'all with her. See, y'all forced me to talk about this stuff. I was done with the race stuff. But I can't be done with it, because if I'm done with it, then look what happens. People get away with too much. So I got to address it. So it's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing on here. Whenever is the end thing, you got all these people trying to talk about it, and they don't got nothing to do with them. They got cooperative wives at home, unicorns. But they want to act like they're the expert on all this. You need to hear from somebody that knows the good and the bad, not somebody their wife just done went along with their program the whole time. That's a matter of her choice. But now you got dudes that don't even date women, or at least they appear like they don't, to want to get on here and talk about male-female dynamics with a pink shirt on, their legs crossed like a woman. We don't need to hear it from you, sir. Especially, I can't say that. What I was going to say. Some people we definitely don't need to hear about this from. I don't want to hear anything from a racist white. Nothing. I don't even want to hear you talk about money. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to see your face. Because you're too insecure. I don't like insecure people. You got to keep this person down to make yourself feel better. I don't like them type of people. That's not competition. That's manipulation. That's control. That's like if it was a basketball game and the dude came with his army AR-15s out and said, let me win or